Hi everyone, it's Ali here. I've found that over the last 20 years that there's really three distinct pain points that professionals at all levels experience, whether they're just starting or middle management or getting to senior levels, executives, CXOs, CEOs, board members. There's really three fundamental pain points that hurt. The first one is the frustration of having an unclear direction, things being opaque. And that often leads to longer term fears of just feeling like you've missed opportunities and you become Blockbuster. We know the story of Netflix and Blockbuster. It doesn't need to be repeated. And you can't see the forest for the trees. You don't understand where you're going. The second frustration is often that you feel stuck. You're very, very busy, you're stressed, you are working very hard, but there isn't much movement in terms of what you're working on. And that leads to longer term issues of being left behind, a little bit like a bad Formula One car. You have your pit stops not fast enough, you're not able to move quickly enough. And the third one is, in the short term, you end up having a huge degree of drama. Your team is not addressing issues. There's a lack of unity. And if it gets into longer term fears, you get into issues of disrespect, you get issues of mutiny, you get some degree of soap opera-ness or Lord of the Flies in the way you work. So how do you address these? These are often addressed by stepping back and realizing that there's three dimensions to professional success. The first one is your functional expertise, usually what you were educated on or what you had initial training in. So it might be HR, finance, operations, technical issues, whatever it may be. Industry is a little bit more nuanced and often more broad. It could be around financial services, manufacturing, industrials, retail, you name it. It's about the industries that you've worked in and the nuances that brings and the potential cross-pollination. But it's this third area that leads to the pains, the frustrations, the fears that can cause huge tragedies for people's careers in that they become unsuccessful, they don't achieve what they could, they don't have career satisfaction, they don't have professional satisfaction. That often leaks into other areas of your life, be it personal or psychological or otherwise. Those three levers, if you get them right, you can work as an organization or as a team or even as an individual where you have clear direction, you have focused action, and you have a thriving team. And you do that by making sure you understand that the three dimensions lead to basically not just functional expertise and industry expertise being leveraged, but the three levers, the third dimension being addressed. And that is around strategic clarity. Strategy is often a bad word, and I think it's misused. It's often something that implies complexity. It's something that implies reports and KPIs and things that are not really strategy necessarily. It's overused and misused. But it's around how do you get from A to B? What is A? What is B? And how do you get there, particularly as a professional, as a team within a larger organization? Secondly, it's about making sure that you can execute well. What do you need to get done as routine processes? What do you need to get done as projects and work streams that improve your routine and that get specific short-term time limited things done? If you don't have that, you can have strategic clarity all you want. You can have wonderful thoughts, wonderful ideas, but if you don't execute that action, that doesn't lead to results, it doesn't lead to outcomes, and it's meaningless. But the two go together. You need to focus on the right stuff and then get that stuff done. The third one is around how do you make sure that you have a team that thrives, that works well together. If you are working hard on strategy and execution, but you burn the team, it's not sustainable. It doesn't work. We know that. There's burnout, there's quite quitting, and you need to make sure that you're functioning well to receive and give feedback, to address different facets of trust, psychological safety, and various other elements that are required to build a successful team. So make sure that you get those right. Those are very, very important, and we will talk about them more over the coming posts to address that as part of the 3 Lever Leaders program.